Does race play a part in education?
That's because, like in the slide, race is generally connected to poverty, or at least what I'm assuming is what it says, because you can't see it at the top. And since communities and like people that are bunched up together generally have like similar income, that affects the school since they are paid because of that similar income.
So let me ask you this. Do you think this school is what they consider a poverty school?
I'd say yes.
Iris, I see you shaking your head. Why?
I mean, I agree with him completely because when you look at schools, there's some Black people in schools that aren't in poverty, but like in areas like this, where it's a poor school, there's mostly Black kids here, but in suburban areas, they have like more.
The income, the amount of money that is made in a household, mama, grandmama, daddy, whoever, that's how they decide whether it's low, medium, or high. And this area right here, where this school is right here, is considered a low-income schools are mostly made up of what kind of people?
People of color.
Brown, people of color, brown people, Black, the people in this room, brown people and Black people. When you talk about people of color, which you guys are, in urban communities, which this is, the question is, do you feel like that there's a possibility for you to get an equitable education like everybody else gets? Is that possible?
I feel like from where we come from and all the bad that we see, everything that goes on in our community, I feel like the things that happen in school and outside the school, it should motivate you. Like, depending on the type of person you are, it will motivate you to do good. Like, to see everybody, like, how bad they're doing and how some people didn't go to college. Like, you'll just develop that, and then you'll be like, well, I want to be better than this.
You think that if you lived in another part of Oakland, you might be going to a better school with better funds, with et cetera?
Absolutely.
That is true. You ever heard the expression, your zip code is your destiny? Your zip code is your destiny. What does that mean? Diego, what is your zip code is your destiny? What does that mean? What do you think that means? Based on where you live, anywhere in the United States, certain areas, predominantly urban areas, predominantly Black and brown areas, kids fare worse than they do in other neighborhoods. Schools have less money per kid. The resources that kids have that live in certain zip codes, all of that is proven to say that if you live in a certain neighborhood and grow up in a certain neighborhood, that predicts your future. Now, this is what I'm asking you guys. Is it true? Is it true?
Because that depends on you, whether you want to stay where you at or you want to move on.
So he's saying it depends on you individually. You can determine your own future.
Yep.
It doesn't matter where you grew up, where you live.
Yep.
Okay. Why is it that at this school, only 20% of the kids go to college? A lot of kids have trouble actually graduating. Why do you think that's so?
They allow the negative factors to take over their life instead of still looking forward to the future.
She says they allow the negative to take over their lives. But we got a lot of resources. You guys got all these different clubs. You got all these different associations. You got all these different people that come and pull you out of class to talk to you about different stuff. We got a lot of resources. Everybody in here is dealing with some kind of trauma just based on the fact that you live in this neighborhood. You see trauma, and I don't just mean shootings and robbings and stabbings, and you guys see trauma you guys see trauma perhaps maybe even in your own households. A lot of people feel like that you guys are getting a substandard education going to a school in an urban neighborhood. And I'm telling you, you control your future even if all of those things are true. There are things in this school, if you take advantage of them, they can get you out of this environment. If you want to go to college There's no excuse to say, well, I could have gone to college if I had gone to a different high school. So I'm asking you, is race a component of education? That's where we started. Is it a component? It is. Race is a component of everything in your life. Race is a component of everything in your life. If I go to wherever I go right now, they don't say, oh, there goes a tall man. They say what? There goes a tall black man. If there's a white tall man, they don't say, there goes a tall white man. They say, there goes a tall man. If you guys, wherever, they don't refer to you guys as high school kids. They refer to you guys as black and brown high school kids. African American kid, Hispanic American kid. They don't call a white kid a white American kid. He's just an American kid. Race plays a factor in everything in our lives and in our education.